7 and 1.
7 and 7.
Okay, get that and read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
When you see oppression, remember it says your eyes going to be mad for what you see, for the oppression. You're going to always be oppressed. And when you see the oppression, the scripture says you're going to be mad. Oppression, a wise man will be angry. Okay? If you are wise, you will be angry when you see oppression. Okay? The reason why a lot of time brothers don't have racial anger is because you don't see yourself as being oppressed. You don't see yourself as being oppressed. You don't see your people as being oppressed. You say dumb, stupid stuff like, I wasn't a slave. That was long time ago.
Yep.
You understand? You the type of brother that say, Jesus is love, my brother. Forgive your enemy. And you know them type of dumb Christian stuff. You understand? You are that brother right there. Okay? You do not have no racial anger. Okay? Because you do not see oppression. Okay? You don't see oppression. You got a good job. You making money. It's not until the oppression hits you. Now you talking about where black people is. You'll come and help me. Oh, that didn't like, for real. You all back on?
Get back on.
Okay. All right, Dick.
All praises. Give me the link now. What happened with
finish the verse.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Read on.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Oh, the gift.
Yep.
What is the gift? The gift is the job. You understand? The gift, the gift for you, some of you brothers is the white woman. That thing destroy you. Okay, the gift is civil rights.
Yep.
That destroy us as a people.
Civil privileges.
Civil privilege. Inclusion.
Yep.
No, you think you equal to them when you at the bottom and they at the top. Okay?
I advise y'all who are watching online on YouTube to go to IUIC TV. So we get booted again. You can go back and watch us on there, go back and forth. Let's keep them both open, if you to not lose, what's happening. All right. So go to the link here. So that character that actor, that brother that spoke very well in that clip there, his name was Orlando Jones, and he created that character Anansi, the spider god of West Africa, and basically he wrote the biography of that god. He wrote the actual screenplay of that god. He wrote that whole statement there. In fact, after he actually did that speech there, he got a round of applause for all the cast on the show because they were so amazed at how well he executed that scene in that ship. So let's see what happened to him after that. Go here. The show's called American Gods.
It says, yes, Orlando Jones was let go from American Gods.
Fired. Why?
And he stated it was because the new showrunner, Chick Eglee.
And Chick Eglee was an Edomite that acts like a white man. That's not a black. That's like a black man. Read on. Watch this.
Felt his character, Mr. Nancy, sent the wrong message for Black America, promoting anger.
You see? You see what happened? That character. That video is viral. It went viral. Many of our people are like, "Wow, that's some good stuff." Sparked. That spark. They're like, nah, you making these niggas mad. We don't want that. We don't know angry niggas now. We had them calm and good until you came along with this Nancy god. Now, another scene, I can't play it. I'm just going to play it now, where he's in he's talking to, I'm going to play it. I don't care. He's talking to two other black guys. These two other black guys are B-made. They're weak. It's in a nursing home. And he speaks about how they show restraint and they're passive and weak. Now hold that, not yet. Go to the scene with him talking first. Let that go. Go. Hold on, this right here. What he says regarding him being fired. Press play. Yeah, they shouldn't flag this.
September 10th, 2018, I was fired from American Gods. There will be no more Mr. Nancy. Don't let these motherfuckers tell you they love Mr. Nancy. They don't. I'm not going to name names, but the new season 3 showrunner is Connecticut born and Yale educated, so
White
he's
guy.
very smart. And he thinks that Mr. Nancy's angry, get shit done is the wrong message for black America. That's right. This white man sits in that decision-making chair, and I'm sure he has many black BFFs who are his advisors and made it clear to him that if they did not get rid of that angry God, Mr. Nancy, he'd start a Denmark VC uprising in this country. I mean, what else could it be?
Pause. It said his black friends. He's letting us know that it wasn't just the white man that felt that way. It was the house niggas on the set that agreed that his character is sending the wrong message to black people. That's Pharaoh's, that's the taskmaster's officers. That's who that was. Okay, Chick Egley and all the house niggas in the set were angry at his character because he was pushing that Ecclesiastes 7:7 vibration in that show. And he wrote most of season 1, this guy here, and most of season 2. Once they got rid of his character, the show went trash, garbage. You don't do that. It didn't work for you. So now, should I play that scene or should I leave it alone? I'll leave it alone. Give me, lest we forget. Speaking of house niggas, lest we forget page 16. Let's talk about the house niggas now. Page 16, 17. Page 16, 17 should definitely be there. It should be seasoned Negroes. Is it 16? It should be in the bottom. Yep, make a slave. 16. That's it. Blow it up. Right here, this whole page right here. Go down to the bottom and see what page it is. It should show it. Okay, go up. Read how, go to the top. To make a slave. Right? Read that. How does one
become a slave? What is the process that turns a human being into a creature of self-hatred and self-doubt?
What process turns a human being into a creature of self-hatred and self-doubt? Go ahead.
Someone fully controlled.
Damn. Someone fully controlled.
And in fearful awe of another.
And in fearful awe of another. Go ahead.
Slaveholders developed a system.
Slaveholders developed a system. Go ahead.
It was called seasoning.
Now, Negroes tried to argue the book called Willie Lynch and say, oh, that's made up. He wasn't a real person. Someone made that up. That's not a real person. That's a lie. That's a fabrication. That was being pushed around like 2-3 years ago. That the Willie Lynch book is a myth. It's made up. But this book, no. He confirms it. It says it was called seasoning. Go ahead.
It was the process under which strong men and women were broken.
Broken. Go ahead.
Stripped of their dignity and tortured.
Go ahead.
Seasoning was a brutal system. A system that remade men in an image pleasing to their oppressor.
Made the black man and woman in the image of the white man. That's where the blinding of the hair comes in for the woman and the man. The perming of the hair, the bleaching of the skin, the surgical makeovers of the nose and mouth. Glorilla, nose all messed up. Serena Williams, Megan Thee Stallion. What's the name? Not Beyonce. That's Simeon's sister. Cardi B. Stacey Dash. Go ahead. Seasoning was go ahead.
It rewarded good behavior.
It rewarded what?
Good behavior.
Good behavior. Meaning you behave yourself. You're in compliance. Go ahead.
And punished bad behavior.
You are radical, defective, revolutionary. Go ahead.
It turned captive.
Had racial anger. That's bad behavior. Nancy, bad behavior. Go ahead.
It turned captive men into things, their captors into beasts. The wise slave master never took seriously the belief that my people were natural-born slaves. He knew that African men and women, fresh from the continent, had to be broken in.
Had to be what?
broken in.
Broken in. Go ahead.
Forced to accept a subservient position.
Forced to accept a subservient position. You shall be crushed and oppressed always. What do you think crushed means? Give me Daniel 7. Broken in. What's broken in mean? Is that in the Bible? Of course it is. Daniel 7. 25.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most
And
High.
shall what?
And shall wear out.
Do what?
Wear out.
Do what?
Wear out.
Wear out. Break in. Wear out. Go ahead.
The saints of the Most High.
Break us in. Make us seasoned and subservient. Destroy us. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Broken in. Go back. Broken in and what? Slaves could never.
He said he knew that African men and women fresh from the continent had to be broken in, forced to accept a subservient position.
Forced to accept white Jesus. Go ahead.
Slaves could never be trusted fully. Men wanted to be free. If slavery were to work, if strong men and succeeding generations were to wear the yoke of bondage, their psychology would have to be altered.
Damn. Their psychology would have to be altered. Go ahead.
They would have to be made to believe that they were innately inferior.
Meaning you must place the thought of inferiority into their subconscious. Meaning have them indirectly understand over time, in back of their mind, you're a nigger, you're nothing, you're a Gentile, you're nothing, you're a nigger, you're black, you're a savage, you're nothing, you're not white, you're never going to be white. The white man is God. He's always going to be God. You have no God. That's in the back of your mind. When you start arguing scriptures and saying, Jeremiah 14:2 is not what it means, that's innate inferiority. You start saying they can be saved, that's innate inferiority. You start saying, I'm going to celebrate New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and you ain't here, that's innate inferiority.
When you follow Christianity.
Yep.
Yeah, you worship a God that don't look like you.
That's innate inferiority.
Think about it. You worshiping a God that do not look like you. You got to have low self-esteem to do that. Everybody worship a God that look like them. What happened to the Negro?
When you say his color don't matter, you suffer from innate inferiority. I can go on and on. Go ahead.
They would have to be made to believe that they were innately inferior and accept slavery as their natural condition.
And accept slavery as a natural condition. I'll give you an example. When you live in the ghetto and slums and you glorify it, the trap, the hood, that's a slave mentality. That's you accept your natural condition. You're being on the bottom.
You know that song? I'm so hood.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking
You know
about?
what you're talking about, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. In my projects a long time ago, that too. Go ahead.
The seasoning process was neither quick nor easy.
It took a while. Go ahead.
It took months, years, generations to break my people's spirit.
Yep.
Slaveholders knew the process was essential. Without it, the slaveholding regime would fall. The seasoning began shortly after the arrival of a new shipload of enslaved Africans. Most planters selected trusted slaves, those who had already been successfully conditioned to train the new arrivals. Seasoned slaves taught
Go ahead.
the novices the rudiments of plantation life and how to survive in the cruel new world. They taught them to communicate, to use the tools, to greet white men with lowered eyes.
Don't look them in the eyes. Go ahead.
They taught them their new names.
Their what?
New names.
Change the names. Give me 28 verse 37. The curses, 28 verse 37, Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Astonishment.
A proverb.
A proverb is a saying that you're a slave, a savage, you're murderous, you're violent, prone to violence. Go ahead.
And a byword.
A byword is a name called outside your God-given name. Whether it's self-given or given to you by force. A byword is a false name. Go ahead.
Among all nations.
Among all nations you'll fall under this. Go ahead.
Whither the Lord shall lead thee.
By ship. Go ahead. That's
Verse
all
30.
I want. That's all I want. Read on.
They taught them their new names and made sure they understood the new culture and its values.
Wow. Go ahead.
They soothed new arrivals, shielded them as best they could from violent overseers, and tried to explain how they would never again be free, never again return to the country of their birth. They convinced the novices that compliance was in their best interest, that rebellion would result in death. New arrivals were not the only ones to undergo this conditioning. Each generation underwent a series of psychological and physical tortures to make them stand in fear. The plantation was a closed system. The overseer and master, the ultimate authority. If a slave denied this, the overseer could withhold food. If the slave fought back, the slaveholder could sell the slave or a loved one.
Give me the curses, 28 verse 48. About broken in.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Therefore you shall what?
Serve thine enemies.
How? As a slave. Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which the Lord sent against you. Go ahead.
In hunger.
When you want food, he can deprive you of it earlier. He can deprive you of food. Go ahead.
And in thirst.
You want water, he can deprive you of water.
And in nakedness.
You want clothing, he can deprive you of clothing.
And in want of all things.
Whatever you want, education, a home, a place to stay, living in general, is your enemy. Your enemy provides it for you. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall do what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Go ahead.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until you're broken in. Until you're no longer you anymore. Until he have destroyed you. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against.
That's all I want.
Yes, sir.
Read on.
For refusing an order, the rebellious slave could be hung by the thumbs,
Damn.
beaten with a paddle, or left to blister in the burning sun. My people were whipped for leaving the plantation without a pass, shut up in a nigger box.
If you watch Django, he threw his wife in a nigger box. Go ahead.
For lying or stealing, castrated.
Cut our loins off.
If accused of violating a white woman, mutilated.
I showed you pictures earlier of the guy who burned his hands cut off, leg cut off, hanging from a tree. Go ahead.
And chained for running away.
It's funny. Oh, go ahead. I'm be quiet. Go ahead.
Hung for killing a white man, even if it was in self-defense.
They were what?
They were branded, burned,
I showed you that.
choked,
I showed you that.
bound, covered with molasses to attract biting insects.
Wow.
And decapitated. Their heads were stuck on posts along well-traveled routes.
You watch Underground, there's a scene where they have a bunch of heads on each side of the road leading to a town. We're not allowed to go in there. They had black men's heads or black people's heads in general on I think it was on a pike, and it was a path of them leading to a town. And that was based on upon true events. That they actually had towns where they had our heads on a pike leading into a town, letting niggas know you ain't belong here. Don't come here. Sundown towns. Go ahead.
Such acts were done to reinforce the slaveholders' claim of being all-powerful, to convince my people to submit, and to force them to accept his code of ethics and conduct.
What's that today? Celebrating New Year's. Celebrating Christmas. That's his code of ethics. That's his conduct. Go ahead.
It is difficult to express in words the horrors that my people endured during the seasoning process. Some argue that the tales of brutality are exaggerated, that most slaveholders treated their slaves kindly, reverting to the whip and brute force only when necessary. But slave narratives tell a different story. Even if individuals were spared the whip, they heard about or saw others who received it unmercifully, or they themselves were punished in other ways. No man, stated former slave Austin Stewart, could possibly escape being punished, care not how attentive they might be, nor how industrious punished they must be, and punished they were. Such was the law of the plantation. Such was the making of a slave.
Go over to the blue paragraph on the left. Is there something on the left I missed?
Yeah, there is.
Read that right there.
Scars that never healed. Africans mutilated by the bullwhip carried the scars for life. Gordon, an escaped slave who later served as a Union soldier, showed the scars that resulted from a whipping administered in 1862 around Christmas.
That's his back right there. A movie called Emancipation. Will Smith plays this guy here.
Right.
Will Smith plays him. And there he takes that picture. A slave collar of iron was clamped around the runway's neck. That's a slave collar right there. Go over to the left. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it. All right. What page is this?
17.
That was 17? All right. Let me get me post-traumatic slave syndrome, please. I'm on page 113. Yoke of Honor point. Oh, give me, let me see. That one something else? No. Let's just read that. White Heaven? No, not yet, not yet. That's coming up. Read that.
Put on screen. Dr. Joy DeGruy. Be the
PhD. Here's the sister.
Dr. Joy DeGruy. Be the Healing. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. America's legacy of enduring injury and healing. Page
113. This goes into yokes of iron upon your neck until he had destroyed thee. Page 113.
Trauma's effects. What are the impacts of...
Be a little faster.
What are the impacts of generations of slavery and oppression on a people? In order to begin to understand the magnitude of this legacy on contemporary African Americans, it is important to examine the diagnostic characteristics of trauma. What are the effects of trauma on human beings? What does trauma look like? How does the trauma manifest itself? If I shoot someone, say an attendee at one of my lectures, most would agree that the victim of the shooting would be severely traumatized. A gentleman seated a few rows away from the victim might be somewhat less traumatized. Someone walking in the hall that heard the shot could possibly be traumatized. Some family members of the victim informed about the shooting may be intensely traumatized, while others very little. There might even be a woman seated next to the victim who may not experience any symptoms of trauma whatsoever. This is because human beings react to events differently.
Right, go ahead.
With the destruction of the World Trade Center in New York on September 11th of 2001, many Americans once again became familiar with the term post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD.
Ironically, they want us to remember this, though. Remember 9/11, but forget slavery, which is amazing to me. Go ahead.
Lots of citizens were reported to be suffering from the disorder as a result of witnessing the destruction of those buildings and the deaths of those trapped inside. At the same time, while most individuals who repeatedly witnessed the news coverage of the towers toppling did not seem to suffer any enduring mental or emotional damage, some did. People do indeed respond to trauma differently. With what is known about trauma, is it probable that significant numbers of African slaves experienced a sufficient amount of trauma to warrant a diagnosis of PTSD? Since there are no living African American slaves today, I will have to hypothesize using current diagnostic criteria. The Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
This is pretty much the Mental Disorder Bible, Volume 4. Esau has now changed this manual and removed homosexuality out of it. Homosexuality was found in this manual before as being a disorder. Go ahead.
Volume 4, revised. Describes features of disorders. Reports the conditions which may give rise. 114.
Yep.
which may give rise to them and list each disorder's symptoms. These all help clinicians with making accurate diagnoses. However, it is not necessary for an individual to show evidence of all of the listed symptoms to warrant being diagnosed with a specific illness. The following are a list of some of the conditions which give rise to mental and or emotional traumas that justify the diagnosis of PTSD.
Yeah.
A serious threat or harm to one's life or physical integrity. A threat or harm to one's children.
Jump down. Read.
Read that. It is important to note that the manual states that any one of the above stressors is enough to cause PTSD. So what about African slaves?
Right. Go ahead.
Many slaves did not experience just one of the above stressors. Rather, many experienced all of them.
Like a loved one being killed, death, things like that. Go ahead.
And the great preponderance of slaves were subjected to these traumatic experiences over and over again. Taking into consideration the fact that slaves brought to the Americas from Africa were exposed to a lifetime of traumas, even with the fact that not everyone is traumatized by traumatic events. Anyone with limited astuteness could surmise that a considerable number of African slaves were likely to have suffered from PTSD. Today, those who are diagnosed with PTSD exhibit symptoms that may require clinical treatment, inclusive of drug therapy. Some of the symptoms of PTSD include intense psychological distress at exposure to internal or external cues that symbolize or resemble an aspect of the traumatic event. Psychological reactivity on exposure to internal or external cues. Marked diminished interest or participation in significant activities.
We call that ADHD when you have a short attention span. Go ahead.
Feeling of
Occasionally. Go ahead.
Feeling of detachment or estrangement from others. Restricted range of effect. Sense of foreshortened future.
You don't think you're gonna live that long. Like these people in the hood, I'm probably gonna die at 25. I might die in my 20s. I don't see myself living. We have a short lack of ambition or inspiration. We believe we won't live that long. Go ahead.
In other words, does not expect to have a career, marriage, children, or normal lifespan.
That's a sign of PTSD. Go ahead.
Difficulty falling or staying asleep. Irritability or outburst of anger.
That's violence.
Difficulty concentrating.
Go ahead.
Remember, these are just some of the symptoms that an individual may exhibit having had direct or indirect exposure to a single traumatic event. What about those who experience a lifetime of slavery? What symptoms do you think they must have exhibited? Today, people can get treatment for PTSD. I don't remember reading about any counseling centers that were set up for freed slaves after the Civil War.
There were none. Go ahead.
The effects of the traumas were never addressed.
Nope.
Nor did the trauma cease.
And the traumas are used, remember, the traumas are used to season us, to break us in. Go ahead.
African Americans have continued to experience traumas similar to those of our slave past.
Go ahead. Once again, even more impactful than the physical assault on their bodies was the daily assault on their psyches, on their heads and minds. Go ahead.
Since the capture and transport of the first African slaves, those brought to these shores had to deal with systemic efforts to destroy the bonds of relationships that held them together, as well as continuing efforts to have them believe themselves to be less than human.
That was instilled in us. Go ahead.
The maintenance of healthy and secure relationships is among the most important values within the African culture.
Stop there. Next page. What page is this? Okay, blow it up. You look at it. Go up. Yeah, okay. Punishment, go ahead. You can never devise something more.
You can never have devised something more devastating and insidious than American chattel slavery, because it absolutely categorically destroyed existing relationships and undermined a people's ability to form healthy new ones.
Come on.
Perhaps of greatest impact, though, were the daily efforts of the slave owners and others in authority to break the slaves'
To do
will.
what?
To break the slaves' will.
Seasoning. To break the slave's will. Seasoning. Go ahead.
Free will is at the core of being human.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you imagine what it must be like to have your will assaulted on a daily basis? You live in a society that constantly reminds you that you are no different from livestock, and in some cases less valuable. When you attempt to express yourself, you are beaten down.
Yep.
When you attempt to protect your loved ones, you are beaten down. You are beaten until you call the cruelest and most vile man you know master.
Master. Go ahead.
And God forbid you attempt to be educated. Put the screen back on. Or think for yourself.
Or read. Go ahead.
As a result of centuries of slavery and oppression, most white Americans in their thoughts,
Watch this,
as well as actions, believe themselves superior to blacks.
Yep. Go ahead.
Of greater import, too many African Americans unconsciously share this belief.
Why? By worshiping a white Jesus. Go ahead.
This is not surprising, for as I have outlined in chapter 2, centuries of repetition and justification have gone into establishing such understanding.
What?
It is from the impacts of past assaults that we must heal, and it is from the threats of continuous assaults that we must learn to defend ourselves, our families, and our communities.
Watch this.
Passing down the effects of trauma.
Watch this.
Upon hearing the term post-traumatic slave syndrome, some of my readers might think to themselves, how could African Americans today possibly be affected by events that occurred so long ago? After all, African Americans are free now.
We got jobs. We're doing well for ourselves now. Integration, civil rights. Go ahead.
In fact, they have been free for a long time.
Watch this.
I have often heard European Americans
irately
say,
she has heard European Americans irately say what?
You know what? I didn't own slaves, okay?
I didn't own slaves, okay? Go ahead.
And I'm tired of feeling guilty about what happened over 100 years ago. So get over it.
As they say. Next page. Watch this.
In most families, the dominant male is the father.
In most families, not the black families, not the brown families. In most families, the dominant male is the father. Watch this.
Who was the dominant male in a slave's life?
Who was the dominant male in the slave's life, though? Go ahead.
The master was, figuratively, if not literally, the father.
The master was figuratively, if not literally, the dominant male in the house. The black man today, that's who his father is in his mind. The white man and his woman is the dad and mom of the black and brown man outside this truth. I don't care if they've opened a two-parent household. Their father's the white man. Their God's the white man. Their beliefs are the white man. Their customs are the white man. Their thoughts are the white man. Their dress is the white man.
Jesus.
Jesus is the white man. Their God's the white man. The Bible's the white man's book. Their church is in the white man. That is who their father is. Go ahead.
It was the master who more often than not became the imprint for male parental behavior. And this imprint was passed down through the generations.
It says that, it was the master who more often than not became the imprint for male parental behavior. Meaning what? Meaning we've adopted the thoughts and behaviors of Edom. That's what we've done. We've become him. Go ahead.
At its foundation, this imprint was dominated by the necessity to control others through violence and aggression.
Yep, seasoning. Go ahead.
While some of what we learn through direct instruction. The bulk of our learning takes place
vicariously
by watching others.
Right.
The individuals and families that survived the slave experience reared their children while simultaneously struggling with their own psychological injuries.
So our people were being destroyed psychologically while trying to hold it all together, raising babies. And what that do? Make the babies psychologically what? Unstable. But it is said and proven that the trauma that our people faced in slavery altered our DNA. The trauma itself is literally found, encoded in our DNA now. Esau literally damaged our DNA because of these things here. He damaged us. That's why it says wear out. When it says wear out until you're destroyed, Deuteronomy 28, he means that thing. God meant it. Go ahead.
They often exhibited the typical symptoms associated with post-traumatic stress disorder. These children lived and learned the behaviors and attitudes of their often injured and struggling parents.
Slave parents.
Today, we are those children.
Today what?
We are those children.
Today, we are those children. That's why we're in here today. That's why we read this Bible daily. We have to, because of the damage that's been done and passed on to us. Go ahead.
In addition to the family, the legacy of trauma is also passed down through the community. During slavery, the black community was a suppressed and marginalized group. Today, the African American community is made up of individuals and families who collectively share different anxiety and adaptive survival behaviors passed down from prior generations of African Americans, many of whom likely suffered from PTSD.
Yep.
The community serves to reinforce both the positive and negative behaviors through the socialization process.
Community serves to reinforce both positive and negative. That's why oftentimes the black community, poor behavior is what? It's embraced. It's uplifted. The nigga mentality, the hood chick, the twerking, the gangster, all that stuff, it's embraced. The hood culture. They have a thing out recently. They was saying F the streets. Oh, and Lil Boosie said, yo, man, you shouldn't say that. Don't say F the streets. Why not? But why? Because negative behavior is enforced. That's the slave mentality. Go ahead.
For example, in the 1940s, families frequently suppressed any signs of aggression in their children, particularly their male children.
Go ahead.
It was an acceptable and expected practice in African American communities to severely beat unruly boys so they would never make the mistake of standing their own
Of
ground
having self-confidence. Go ahead.
with a white person in authority.
So our forefathers in the 40s and so forth would beat the male children to the point where if the black child showed any signs of that spark you saw earlier of anger, they'd beat them severely so that way they would fall in line with the white man. So they wouldn't go through what they went through or what their father went through. Breaking process. Now, give me Mark 7:21. Mark 7:21.
Mark chapter 7, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
And Mark chapter 7, verse 21.
Come on.
For from within, out of the heart of men,
Out of what?
out of the heart of men,
Out of the heart of men. Go ahead.
proceed evil thoughts,
Proceeds evil thoughts. So the heart in the Bible is the mind. Go ahead.
adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness.
Where all these things found in the heart of man. Give me Proverbs 15 and 13. So the heart, the Bible refers to, is the mind. The mind, the brain. Proverbs 15 and 13.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 13.
Come on!
A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance.
Read again.
A merry heart maketh a cheerful
A
countenance.
happy heart is shown in your face. Go ahead.
But by sorrow of the heart,
But by sorrow of the mind, go ahead.
the spirit is broken.
The spirit is broken. Do we have sorrow of mind in slavery? Every day. Do we face trauma? Every day. By the sorrow of it says by the sorrow of the mind or the heart, it says the spirit is broken. All right? Now, get me Proverbs 13:12.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12.
Let's go.
Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
Hope what?
Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
During slavery, was our hope deferred? Yes, it was. In every spectrum. Our hope was deferred. Watching people get hung, castrated, beaten, raped, stripped from their families, shipped off, fed to dogs, heads cut off, castrated, beaten, abused, thrown in a hot box, yoked on the bottom of a ship. That's hope deferred, if anything else. Read again.
Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
Hope deferred makes the mind sick. Go ahead.
But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life.
When the desire for hope is acquired, there is a tree of life. This truth is that desire. And that's what helps to heal the damage that Esau did to us. Okay? Now, get me Isaiah 61 verse 1. Because I was quoted earlier.
Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, Because the Lord hath anointed me
This is Christ speaking through Isaiah. Go ahead.
to preach good tidings
To preach
unto the
what?
meek. To preach good tidings
To preach good news. Gospel, good tidings. Go ahead.
unto the meek.
Unto the meek mean those who subject themselves or submit themselves to the Lord. Go ahead.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
He did what?
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
He has sent me to bind up the broken-hearted. What's broken-hearted mean? It means broken-minded. To bind up the broken-minded people. We're the broken-hearted. Not as in you a romance, oh, my heart's broken, like some emotional R&B song. No. Broken-hearted here is your mind is destroyed. Your mind is broken. I'll give you an example. When we walked around Pastor Pam's little Coliseum, that crowd of 40,000 people, that was a crowd of 40 to 60,000 broken-hearted people. That's what that was. These are broken people. Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
To do what?
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Not only are we broken-minded, we are captive. When Christ was born on this earth, in the time of Rome, we were captives. Go ahead.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
We are in prison. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are serving a sentence. Some of y'all niggas want to receive reparations for serving a prison sentence that you deserve. No. No, you may get off on good behavior. Meaning you get delivered, but some of y'all gonna stay here. Some of y'all gonna stay in jail till you die, till you burn. We are here because we are in America because we broke God's laws. We're not here to get compensated. We're here to live out a prison sentence. We are in prison now. We are a nation of inmates.
Right. And if you're not in America, if you are in Jamaica, you are in Antigua, you are in Papua New Guinea, all these different places, all these other places is colonies.
Yep.
Like I was born on the colony of Trinidad and Tobago. It's a colony. Mm-hmm. Britain had run that. Britain colonized that land, and Britain took me there as a slave. Y'all understand? Same thing in Jamaica. Okay, same thing Puerto Rico. They are colonies.
Yep.
Colonies is we were born in colonies. We are slaves.
Yep.
Y'all understand?
You got the colony of Madagascar to the Dutch and French. The colony of Nigeria to the British, the colony of Brazil to the Portuguese, the colony of America to the British, because America's still Britain. America is an extension of Britain, so we still dealing with the British. And these are colonies. It's basically a slave colony. That's what it is. Curacao to the Dutch. South Africa to the Dutch as well. Now, brokenhearted, read on.
Verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
What is the acceptable year of the Lord? Read on.
And the day of vengeance of our God.
The acceptable year of God is the day of vengeance. Vengeance is what? Revenge.
This is
Revenge. God's revenge. That's acceptable in the eyes of God. Vengeance. Go ahead.
To comfort all that mourn.
Remember what she said earlier to Solomon Northup? She said, I have no comfort in these. I have no comfort. Can you please kill me, Platt? Where's my comfort, she says. We have no comfort. Go ahead.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Mourn where?
In Zion.
No, mourn in all nations.
In Zion.
In Zion. We are Zion. Read on.
To give unto them beauty for ashes.
Give us beauty for ashes. Come on.
The oil of joy for mourning.
Come on.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
We are in the spirit of heaviness because we're not home. Go ahead.
That they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
And we can go home and get the glory. Now, some of y'all want this. Give me the video. You know what I want. This is some of y'all right now. Some of y'all like, no, this is hate. It's hate speech. I know. I got a video just for you. You're going to love it. This I will play. Come on. You know what I want, right? Don't say it. You know what I want. Ruckus. Come on, come on. I said it earlier. Come on, come on. Yep. Come on. Here we go. This is what y'all want. Some of y'all want this. Some of y'all dream of this. This is where your heart is. Look at heaven right there. Okay, look at the gates. Uh-oh, the white man in the front.
My stars and garters. President Ronald Reagan, my hero.
That's what y'all see. Trump.
Is this heaven?
Oh, not just
Some of
heaven,
y'all see
Ruckus.
Charlie
White
Kirk.
heaven. You see, there are many different types of people, Ruckus. So God created many separate, but, well, for the most part, equal heavens.
That's what y'all
You
want.
don't say.
Oh, here we go.
White heaven is for decent, good, God-fearing Christians who just happen to, well, hate everyone and everything relating to black people.
Yeah, that's
that
Christians.
means no Muhammad Ali, no hip-hop music, and no f***ing Jesse Jackson.
What about Whoopi Goldberg?
Nope.
Oh, this is heaven.
Yep, that's you, Christian, urban
Turns out that
apologetics.
God really doesn't have that much of a problem with racism. He doesn't even remember slavery, except
Wow.
in February.
What he said?
Personally, I hate
He
black people.
doesn't remember
Ruckus.
slavery except
That's
February.
why I did everything I could to make their lives miserable. Crack? Me.
You did.
AIDS? Me. Reaganomics? Come on, I'm in the name.
Yep.
And God has rewarded me. Know
Yep,
why?
yep.
'Cause 2 niggers and 2 quarters don't add up to $1.
Well, that. And because God loves white people. And if you teach everyone on earth to love the white man...
Pause it. Scott.
Go back a couple seconds. I want you. This is basically Christianity right here. The Christianity that everybody following. This is it. Christianity is the perfection of slavery.
Yeah.
You understand? If slavery ain't fully destroy you, Christianity gonna come and bring you under that subjection to serve and worship the white man. Go back a little and read it and play it again. Or you listen to what he say.
Yep.
What is every black Christian job on this earth? You know, this is what their job is. Every black Christian play.
Ruckus. That's why I did everything I could to make their lives miserable. Crack? Me. AIDS? Me. Reaganomics? Come on, I'm in the name. And God has rewarded me. Know why?
'Cause 2 niggers and 2 quarters don't add up to $1.
Well, that. And because God loves white people. And if you teach everyone on earth to love the white man, you too can join us in white heaven.
See? Watch. This is y'all. Look. This is y'all.
Praise white God.
That's y'all. Yeah, that's you. That's all I want. That's what y'all want. So you bleach your skin and dye your hair blonde. That's you.
That's Christianity
Christianity
right
right there. Yep.
That's Christianity. Teach to love white Jesus.
Praise white God.
And you hate yourself.
Get Psalms 83. Oh. Psalms 83 verse 2.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They gain power and conspired against your people. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Come on.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And whose remembrance? Our remembrance. How? By the seasoning process. By the trauma process. Destroying us, breaking us in, wearing us out. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Against you and your people, God. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, the first ringleader of the whole thing is Edomites, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Arabs, I read about them earlier today. the Edomites and the Arabs. Go ahead.
of Moab,
Chinese.
and the Hagarenes,
Is Muslims.
Gebal,
Hamites.
and Ammon,
Japanese.
and Amalek,
Israelis.
the Philistines,
More
with the,
Hamites.
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
The Canaanites that inhabited West Africa. They helped enslave us. These are the ones who were instrumental in enslaving us. Jump down to verse 10.
verse 10, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth.
These nations were destroyed. Go ahead.
Make their nobles like Oreb, and like and Zeeb.
Like
Yea,
we killed. Go ahead.
yea, all their princes as Zebah and as Zalmunna,
Who we destroyed. Watch this.
who said,
Who said what?
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
What did these nations say?
Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
What houses? The house of Judah, house of Benjamin, house of Ephraim, house of Asher. That's what they did. Let's do what? Read again, verse 12 again.
Verse 12, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
These nations said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God, Judah and Ephraim into our possession. That's what they said. Now, give me Deuteronomy 32, verse 26. Deuteronomy 32, 26.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26.
Come on!
I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
So what happened to read again?
I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
How? By breaking us in, wearing us out, destroying us. All right? Now, get me post-traumatic again, page 111. Page 111 and 112. And give me Jeremiah 6 and 2 and Deuteronomy 22 and 25. You got page 111? You're going to read through it fast. This is the last two pages anyway. Yes, sir. Read that.
What effect has our history had on our culture and our soul? While in southern Africa in 1994.
This is South Africa. This is South Africa, our people, in South Africa in 94. Now, remember, apartheid ended over there, which is our 60s over there, about 20 years ago. Watch this.
I was particularly drawn to the children in the villages who seemed to be both happy and active. It was usually the children who were seen herding the cattle in the early morning hours and caring for the infants in the late afternoons.
These were our people that were living in their villages at the time. They had somewhat freedom. Go ahead.
They were purposefully in their daily activities before and after school. I remember sitting in a small house in a village in southern Africa called Nedabele. The living room was scarcely able to fit 20 people. However, standing in the corner of the room were about 10 or 12 children, all huddled together and ranging in age from toddlers to young teens. I remember how perfectly quiet they were for the several hours that we visited with the village women. They were so quiet, I actually forgot they were still in the room.
They were well behaved. Go ahead.
It was only when a small infant began to fuss and was quickly carried out by one of the teens that I remembered that they were still there.
Come on.
The children seemed delighted to be able to share in the welcoming of us African-American women to their village and home. There was not an instance that I can recall when they were instructed on how to behave or what to do.
They knew better. They were raised properly. Go ahead.
They were absolutely clear about their roles and responsibilities and were in no need of direction. Later, they joined us outside where they sang us songs and asked us questions. The children exhibited confidence, humility, and security while their parents beamed with pride.
Go ahead.
We later visited a rather unique village in South Africa called
Onverwat,
which in Afrikaans means unexpected.
Go ahead.
The villagers were the descendants of Africans that had been enslaved by the Dutch.
So this area right here they visited was opposite of what she just came from. In a Dutch colony or Afrikaans colony called Onverwat. Go ahead, watch. Let's see how we behaved here.
After apartheid had officially ended, these people remained as a blight upon white South African history. We were escorted by a middle-aged couple, Gilbert and Tabitha, who shared with us the legacy of the people of the village. They committed their lives to saving the people of Onverwat, who were literally starving to death.
Because they were living around Esau. Watch this.
They introduced us to villagers whose names were Elizabeth and Margaret and Mary, names taken from past slave owners.
These are their slave names. Go ahead.
This village differed drastically from Nibeli in that there were no tribal associations because the people of Anverwat were no longer connected to a tribe or tribal language.
They were detached from the rest of South Africa, living among the Dutch colony here. Watch.
Gilbert, who had learned all of the tribal languages of the surrounding villages in effort to regain his lost connection with his South African roots, had an easy time of translation. The villagers of Anverwat only spoke Afrikaans, so he simply had to translate from Afrikaans to English.
Dutch to English. Go ahead.
This was markedly different from our visits to native African villages where multiple tribal languages were spoken.
Right. This group was detached. Go ahead, living among Esau. Watch.
It was here that I experienced what felt to be a journey back to the American antebellum South.
Watch this.
The women and men wore clothing similar to that of Southern sharecroppers.
See what they were doing over here? Among the white folks, we were just like sharecroppers. Go ahead.
They held their heads low and seemed unwilling to look any of us in the eyes.
See what Esau's doing us over there? Go ahead.
The villagers had social problems which bore a remarkable resemblance to those of urban America.
They didn't talk, they didn't speak well. Go ahead.
They had problems with drug and alcohol abuse, domestic violence, crime, and poverty.
What that sound like? That sound like right here. Around Edom. Go ahead.
The sense of shame and hopelessness was readily evidenced in the posture,
how they stood,
and disposition of the villagers we met, who commonly apologized for their lack of education.
Wow. Go ahead.
The children were unruly, dirty, and engaged in aggressive and sometimes violent play.
Sounds like home. Some of y'all. Go ahead.
This was in stark contrast to the poor yet calm and gentle nature of the Nibeli children. Compared to the children of Nibeli, the children of Anverwat seemed rough, agitated, and desperate. They lacked the sense of self-assurance and dignity that I had observed in the children from more traditional villages.
Away from Edom. Go ahead.
Like the people of Anverwat, the conditions into which the ancestors of African Americans were unexpectedly thrust were unfamiliar and inescapable. Slavery yielded stressors that were both disturbing and traumatic, exacting a wound upon the African American psyche, which continues to fester.
So the same attributes she saw in this village around Edom is the same she saw back at home, that we all saw back at home. It's the same thing. And it's our people over there, by the way, in South Africa. Some of y'all Hamites, because you don't travel nowhere. You're broke and fat. Give me Jeremiah 6:2.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2.
Let's go.
I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
He did what?
I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
He compares us, our nation, to a comely and delicate woman. Right? Is there more?
That's it.
Oh, give me Deuteronomy 22, verse 25.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Why? Read on.
But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing.
Why?
There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter.
Because he raped her. Come on.
For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried.
She fought against him. She didn't want to be with him or lay with him. Go ahead. But he forced her. Go ahead.
And there was none to save her.
And there was none to save her. Watch.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father.
No, you read past it. No, read 22 again.
Yes, sir. Verse.
Where you at?
I'm at verse 27. 28.
One more second. 22, read again. 26 again. 26.
Yes, sir. Verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death.
Come on.
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor,
and do what?
And slayeth him, even so is this matter.
Go ahead.
For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her.
Why am I reading this? Because the nation of Israel, that's what Edom did to us. They took us by force, and they broke us. It says the same way this man raped this woman, you kill her. It's murder. It's what they did to the woman of Israel. It's the same exact thing. They broke us. They broke our spirit. That's what happened. There was none to save. There was none to save us either.
This is war.
There was none to save us from them either. That's what we're reading here is trauma. Where it says here, it says the bottom part. Where it says
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter.
Did he kill her? No. What did he kill? Her spirit. He broke her mind. That's what he did. Did it happen to us? Yes. Was there anyone to save us? No. It's parallel. It's the exact same thing. So what's Esau worthy of in this context? Death. In every way, in every shape of the word. As a nation, not as individuals. As a whole. Now, give me what I want. 28 verse 68. None to save her. 28 verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy or what? Save you. There was none to save you. Same thing, none to save you. Give me Micah 4:11. Micah 4:11.
Micah chapter 4 verse 11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled.
That say what?
Let her be defiled.
Well, woman gets raped. Is she being defiled? Yes, she is. Read again.
Now also many nations,
Meaning all of them, go ahead,
are gathered against thee.
are gathered against Israel, saying what?
That say, let her be defiled.
Let her, Israel, the woman, let her be defiled. Let her spirit stay broken. Go ahead.
And let our eye look upon Zion.
And let's watch and make sure she stays that way. That's what it's saying here. Give me Lamentations 2:15. Lamentations 2:15.
Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
At the who?
The daughter of Jerusalem.
That same woman. Go ahead.
Saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
This is God's people? These Negroes here in the ghettos and slums, the ones twerking on the video over there? That's God's people? These niggas over here? Nah. These Cushy over here? Abid over here? Go ahead.
The joy of the whole earth?
This nation's the joy of the whole earth? Go ahead.
All thine enemies have...
Or who?
All thine enemies...
Or many nations, go ahead.
have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth.
They speak ill of us. Go ahead.
They say, we have swallowed her up.
We swallowed her up. Go ahead.
Certainly, this is the day that we looked for.
This is what?
This is the day that we looked for.
Finally. We can finally keep these people destroyed. Go ahead.
We have found. We have seen it.
Where? In our Bibles. They read it. If they sin against their God, we can conquer them. We have found it. We have seen it. Go ahead.
The Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pity.
And did not care. Go ahead. No mercy.
And he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee.
To rejoice over you and send you as gifts, as slaves to your enemies. Go ahead.
He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries.
And he has raised up the head of your enemies and gave them power over you and over the planet because of our disobedience. Now, give me Isaiah 42:22.
Isaiah chapter 42 in verse 22.
Let's go.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Robbed and corrupted. Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Captivity. Go ahead. Religions, philosophies, doctrines.
They are for a prey.
We are for a prey. Preyed upon. Go ahead.
And none delivereth.
And none delivereth. None will save. No one shall try to save us. No one's trying to save us at all. Go ahead.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
And none says restore them. bring them back, gather them together again, reunite them. None say restore.
Verse 23, who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Who will hear? Get Jeremiah 30, verse 17.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 17.
And 50 and verse 7, the same book.
Yes, sir. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast.
They called us what?
An outcast.
They called us an outcast. They called us an outcast. Go ahead.
Saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
Don't really care about them black people over there. Who care about them? Let them stay where they are. I'll give you an example. Give 50 and 7.
Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their
Meaning we have swallowed her. That's what it said in Lamentations. We have swallowed her up. Go ahead.
And their adversary said, we offend not.
And the adversary say what?
We offend not.
I didn't enslave them. My fathers did that. I ain't nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. I don't offend. Go ahead.
Because they have sinned against the Lord.
They broke their God's laws. How's that our fault? They broke their God's laws. It wasn't us. Go ahead.
The habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
They sinned against the hope of their fathers, not us. That's their problem, not ours. Us enslaving them, that's their fault. That's what they say. Now, give me Godfather. Sell drugs, you know what I want. Give the example of let's look upon her being defiled. Godfather 1, dark people. Press play. These are all Edomites here having a council about drugs being sold in their community. Press play.
I also don't believe in drugs. For years, I paid my people extra so they wouldn't do that kind of business. Somebody comes to them and says, I have powders.
Yep.
You put up $3,000, $4,000 investment, we can make $50,000 distributing.
Watch.
So they can't resist. I want to control it as a business, to keep it respectable. I don't want it near schools. I don't want it sold to children.
Pause. I don't want the drugs sold near our children. Watch this.
That's an infamia. In my city, we would keep the traffic in the dark, people, the colored.
Pause. In my city, we will keep the traffic among the dark people, the colored. Rewind it some. A little bit. Go ahead.
Infamia. In my city, we would keep the traffic in the dark, people, the colored. They're animals anyway, so let them lose their souls.
But they're animals anyway. Let them lose their souls. Sell drugs among the niggas. Let them be defiled. If they get high, that's their problem. They sinned against their God. That's their business. Just don't do that business around us, around each other. These are Italian Edomites, Russian Edomites, Irish Edomites, Dutch Edomites. All understand one thing, despite their different nationalities, that the black people, the dark people, sell drugs to them. Keep them destroyed. Fentanyl, keep it among them. Now, of course, you all know that you got Edomites that don't give a damn. They'll sell drugs to whoever buys. But initially, when the Edomites had some level of pride and dignity, they primarily, and they still do, but they primarily focused it in black and brown communities.
He ain't lying.
Keep us defiled, destroyed, crack babies. I used to work with a crack baby. He's functional, but he said, when I was in my mom's womb, she was smoking crack. I'm a crack baby. I was like, wow. He's like, yeah, I know. He's normal. Because he thought, if I give them crack, I'll destroy God's people. Didn't work. Not fully. It didn't work fully at all. All right? So now, give me the next one now. So, Godfather of Harlem. I want you to fast forward a little bit to the end. Watch what he says. It's a guy named Bonanno. Bonanno was a mob boss that believed in this show that a black man had killed his son. And he's talking to Bumpy Johnson here. And he tells Bumpy Johnson about why he sells drugs. Press play. Now I want you to fast forward a little bit toward the end because I don't want to just be flagged again. So just fast forward some. And Bumpy Johnson's no better than this Edomite. He's just as bad. He ain't the good guy at all. Even though the show frames you to want him to be the good guy and be successful. He's a villain also. But press play.
Every nigger baby
Okay,
born
wait,
with
go back. Go back a little bit. Press play.
Yeah. You know why I love to sell a ton of drugs in Harlem, Bumpy?
Why I sell drugs?
It's not because of the money.
Not because of the money.
What?
Why?
Because every miserable street junkie,
Yep.
every skinny kid who goes to bed hungry because his mama is
Yup.
looking for a fix,
Yeah.
every nigger baby born with a habit
Yep. Born a habit.
makes
Yeah.
me happy.
Makes him happy.
Makes my heart sing.
Makes him happy to see us on drugs. The baby's hooked
Because
on
I
drugs.
want your people to suffer.
Wow.
Like me and my wife have been suffering.
Wow. He ain't say nothing. Just stand up and stupid.
But I'm not going to go to war
That's all I
with
want.
Channel.
And that's how many of them feel. I want you to suffer like my wife suffer. I see a crap baby born, it makes me happy. Not for the money, just to watch you guys suffer. To see you remain defiled and destroyed. That's the nations. That's not just him. That's all of them. That's all the nations. Now, give me Godfrey. This should be all right. About the Asians. Or they say, but it's Moab now. Press play.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure, love to.
This should be okay.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure, love to hear.
Okay, there was a guy I knew who was a big-time drug dealer, pushing mad weight. He was one of the biggest in New York City, and he was telling us, me and my boy and shit,
should be
Artie
good right
Fuqua.
here. This
He was
is
telling us, you know, I ain't afraid of shit. I ain't afraid of nothing. He goes, but I went to China to make this deal with the mafia over there, the triads and shit.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm talking to these dudes, and he goes, I ain't never been afraid of shit. But when I got into their like headquarters,
There, yeah.
they were so organized, it was scaring the shit out of me. They were so calm and so organized. They were sharp. And the guy, he's talking to the head dude, and he goes, you know the one thing about black people, he says, you guys are, you're the trendsetters. Everybody copy black people. You're so creative. Your music, your style, everybody like black people.
Watch.
We jealous of you. But the one thing you don't have is unity. Very easy to break you up. Wow. And this is in the drug game. He says, we don't
He ain't lie, though.
He said, we can't even organize crime. Wow. We can't even organize crime.
That was a triad. A triad told his drug dealing friend the same thing. You guys are easily divided among yourselves. I'm FBA, he's Nigerian. Y'all are easily divided, man. Y'all are a fractured people. Yeah.
Yeah, the scripture said, any nation divided shall not stand.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all understand? So that's why Esau divide us in these colonies that we were born, he divide us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but y'all listen, those of y'all that gotta work tomorrow,
Yeah.
you know, y'all don't stay at the school too late, but we going, as y'all see, we keep going, we going. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we going. Okay, but those of y'all that out of state and, you know, it's, you know, y'all don't stay at the school too late, all right? You know what I mean? All right?
Yep.
So, you know, like, and y'all, hey, if the brothers are them thirsty, you know, sisters in the kitchen, pass out some juice and thing for them, you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah, send that and put that picture up, please. Thank you, Lava. I'm gonna give an example. Pick that picture up. This is recent. Very recent.
Say what? Virginia nurse who was arrested for breaking bones of black newborn babies in a hospital and ICU is released on $25,000 bond.
Why she released it all? Released $25,000 bond and she's breaking newborn babies' bones at a NICU? In the NIC, that means they were... You can't make this up. You can't make it up. Give me Malcolm X. No, give me Muhammad Ali. Because somebody say, oh, that's not all like that. Some of them, that's the good ones. Press play. This should be all right.
White people have died in demonstrations for black people.
Good ones.
Now, here's the position I'm in. Here's 10,000 whites coming to kill me. And in those 10,000 let's say here's 10,000 rattlesnakes coming to bite me. And in those 10,000, there was 1,000 that didn't mean no harm. And I knew there was a good 1,000 snakes out there, but they all look alike. Now, what should I do? Should I keep the door open and let the 10,000 in, hoping that the 1,000 will unite and save me in one bite or kill me? Or should I just be safe and shut the door? So we have white people say, I mean right. I have a black husband. Oh, my children are black. I love everybody. I really believe you. But I'm sorry, man, there's 10 more thousand behind you that don't feel that way. I'm just sorry, but what am I going to do?
He was a Muslim that had more sense than Israelites. Yeah. That's common sense. Just because you have a few good ones doesn't make them all good. That's not how God sees it. Give me Malcolm X university lecture. The very beginning. No, university lecture. Yep. This was
Come on!
Press play.
Excuse me, Mr. X. Hi. I've read some of your speeches, and I honestly believe that a lot of what you have to say is true. And
Yeah.
I'm a good person in spite of what my ancestors did. I wanted to ask you, what can a white person like myself, who isn't prejudiced, what can I do to help you and further your cause?
Nothing. Nothing. That's all I want. Nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Watch online, donate, give alms. In here, no. Never.
That's right.
Ezra 4. In one place. Is that in the Bible? Ezra 4:1.
Ezra chapter 4 and verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God.
We're a good one. We seek your God. We love your God too. We want to serve him. We know Christ is black. We want to serve your God too. We'll keep the commandments along with you. Go ahead.
And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assur.
And we've been sacrificing to your God since the time Assyria put us here. Go ahead.
Which brought us up hither.
Which brought us here.
But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us.
No, they said, sure, let the good ones come help us.
Ye have nothing to do with us.
No, let the ones that got black babies and Asian and Blasian babies come and help us.
Ye have nothing to do with us.
Oh, okay. They sound kind of insensitive here. I thought there were some good ones. Go ahead.
Ye have nothing to do with us.
You have nothing to do with us. What am I going to say? Nothing. Go ahead.
To build a house unto our God.
Come on.
But we ourselves together.
We ourselves united together. Go ahead.
Will build unto the Lord God of Israel, as King Cyrus the king of Persia hath commanded us.
Because the king gave us the allowance to do so. We don't need your help. We good over here. Let's see what they say. Let's see what the good ones say. Next verse.
Verse 4. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building.
Because that was the purpose in the beginning. You can't beat them, join them, and destroy them from the inside. That's their plot was. But our forefathers are smart, and they said, nah, you can't be around us. You see, we see you. Now, get 1 Ezra 5 and 70. Well, this is repeated again. 1 Ezra 5 and 70.
1 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 70. Then Zerubbabel and Jesus and the chief of the families of Israel said unto them, it is not for us and you to build together an house unto the Lord our God.
It is not for us and you to build a house together. Ever. Go ahead.
We ourselves alone will build unto the Lord of Israel, according as Cyrus the king of the Persians hath commanded us.
72.
But the heathen of the land, lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea and holding them straight, hindered their building.
They stopped the building. Go ahead, watch.
And by their secret plots.
Their what?
Secret plots.
What was the secret plot? To join us and to stop us from the inside. There's a clip, I believe, Malcolm X said that he said he respects a wolf more than a fox. Because a wolf shows its fangs to let you know what he wants to do. So the fox is the same as the wolf, but more crafty. He smiles in your face. But he's trying to kill your sheep too. See, a lot of you jakes, y'all fall for the foxes. What did Christ call Herod? A fox. He called him a fox. It's the same thing. Crafty and deceitful and conniving and backsliding, backstabbing. Can't trust them. Go ahead.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions.
A popular persuasion today would be Christianity, or I believe what you believe, or liberal. I'm liberal. Conservative. That's popular persuasion. Go ahead. Media, content creator. That's popular persuasions. Go ahead.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived. So they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years until the reign of Darius.
So they stopped us from building for 2 years. Now give me Nehemiah 2:10. So what's Esau out to stop? What is he out to stop? What's he trying to cause to put an end to? Nehemiah 2:10.
Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 10. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant.
Sanballat the Horonite was a Moabite. Go ahead. And Sanballat was an Ammonite. Go ahead.
And Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it. It grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
That's what these nations don't want. The rising of a black Messiah, or that's what Quintuple is for, to disrupt, neutralize, and destroy any rising of a black Messiah or black Messiahs. Martin Luther King was deemed one. Malcolm was one. Stokely Carmichael, or Kwame Ture was one. Fred Hampton was one. These guys posed a threat and a danger to national security. Black unity is a danger to national security. You know how we know that? Because they dissolved us in France because of it. That's how we know. That hasn't changed. That France said, no more IUIC over here. Y'all trying to push some unity over here? No. We're going to dissolve that. That's dangerous here. You don't want that over here because it'll spread. Now, give me Esther 10:3. Esther 10:3.
Esther chapter 10 verse 3.
Come on.
For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people.
Mordecai did what?
Speaking the wealth?
No,
seeking.
Come on.
Seeking the wealth of his people.
You see all the time, it always rises up one. Mordecai sought the welfare of his people. Nehemiah sought the welfare of his people. The Most High always raise up that spark in our brothers to rise up and seek the welfare of their people.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
That's why the Esau try to sit around and try to find ways to give us drugs and crack and cocaine and just destroy our families and our minds through trauma, so that kind of man will not rise again. Or those men and women will never rise again. The Esthers, the Judiths, the Susannas, the Rebeccas, Shifra and Puas. We got to destroy that. That can't be allowed to live anymore. Because they will come back. We know they come back because we're back. If we're back, they're back. Right. They know that already.
Yeah.
First Maccabees 3:49. 3:43.
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
They said what?
They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
Seek out the welfare of our people. Is that it?
And let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
Let us fight for our people and the sanctuary. All right, now get me the same book, verse 59.
Verse 59.
Let's go.
For it is better for us to die in battle
than to
behold the calamities of our people and our sanctuary.
See that? These kind of men were not, Esau couldn't have it. They could not allow it. Mordecai, Nehemiah, Mattathias, Jewish Maccabees, Simon, Joanna, Eleazar. They couldn't have it. Give them drugs, give them cocaine, break them in slavery, destroy them. But God was like, nope, that's not going to happen. I'm going to raise them up before your eyes and destroy you, reprove you. He said in Psalms. Give me Deuteronomy 20. No, I read it already. Give me Isaiah 28:15. But you have some that are just like Uncle Ruckus. Praise white Jesus. Isaiah 28:15.
Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15.
Let's go.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Death and hell are the nations. Read again.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Covenant with death and hell at agreement. Go ahead.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through,
when destruction comes,
it shall not come unto us.
We'll be safe.
For we have made lies our refuge.
Christianity, politics.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Give me 1 Maccabees 1:11.
1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Yep. Go ahead.
That are round about us.
Make a covenant with hell and death. Go ahead.
For since we departed from them,
since staying away from the heathen, go ahead.
We have had much sorrow.
We've been miserable without the white man. White man gotta be around. Go ahead.
So this device pleased them well.
This device pleased the house Negroes well. Go ahead.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
They went and got a license to do evil. They got legal permission to do evil. Now, give me Hosea 4. I'm not going to put all of this on just the white man now. No. No, that gives you a way out. That gives you a cop-out. Hosea 4:1.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
Let's see how we were before the white man was around.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
With who?
With the inhabitants of the land.
Oh, go ahead.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood.
Black on black crime. Go ahead.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
So what is the Lord telling Israel here? That there's evil all in the city of Jerusalem. There's evil here. This is before the white man's influence. This is before. Showing what? That this evil that the white man put upon us is already in us to begin with. He just enhanced it. Now watch. Give me Ezekiel 7:20. I'm not going to give y'all a cop out. Yeah, the white man made me evil. No. 7:20, right? 7:20.
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 20. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty.
He had us in our kingdom. Go ahead.
But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein.
We went into idolatry. Go ahead.
Therefore have I set it far from them, and I will give it into the hands of the strangers.
I'm going to give their land into the hands of strangers. Go ahead.
For a prey, and to the wicked of the earth.
I'm going to give your land to the wicked of the earth. That's the so-called white man. Go ahead.
For a spoil, and they shall pollute it.
Go ahead.
My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robber shall enter into it and defile
The
it.
heathen shall enter into our land and our temple, including Edom as well, and defile it. Go ahead.
Make a chain.
Means establish slavery. Make a chain. Go ahead.
For the land is full of bloody crimes.
Full of what?
Bloody crimes.
What does crime translate to? Sin. So when you break God's commandments, does that make you a criminal? Criminal. Go ahead.
And the city is full of violence.
So there was this crimes and violence was found amongst us before the white man was around. That was already there. Now, give me Micah 2 and 8. Micah 2 and 8.
You're going to learn today.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 8. Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by.
Wait, what do we do? Read again.
Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war.
We are robbing people. We were ripping people's clothes off, robbing people. Like today, take your sneakers, take your jacket. We were stoned. We were robbing each other at sword point rather than gun point, knife point. First Maccabees 1 and 1. So the evil, watch this. First Maccabees 1 and 1.
First Maccabees.
So yeah, Edom did have an impact on our psyche. He did. But watch.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bear rule, everyone in his place.
Verse 9, watch this.
Verse 9. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Edom gained power on the earth. Watch this.
So did their sons after them many years.
Watch.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Read that part again.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Meaning, when Edom came into power, all the evil that was around, it multiplied. So when Jake was around Edom, we were already wicked as hell. But what happened to the evil that was in us? It increased. That's why we're worse now than we were ever before. Because around Edom, we're more wicked. It's enhanced. It's supported. It's nurtured. It's embraced. Social media, the rap music, the environment we're in. Esau said, oh, these guys already have evil in them already. All I got to do is, like the movie Batman, when he said, what happened to Harvey Dent? He said, sanity is like gravity. All it needs is a little push. And he made Harvey Dent a freaking psychopath. Made him turn to Two-Face. And the White Knight turned to the Dark Knight. So in the end, Joker won. He turned the good guy into himself. What did Edom do? The exact same thing. Turned us into him. But we already had it in us. The spirit of Esau, of Cain, it was already in us. The Pharisees had it in them. The elders that killed the prophets that taught Christ had it in them. So it was just enhanced. So we're not going to sit up here and put all the blame on Esau, because know that evil Negroes were around long before Edom was ruling at all. Edom was in the caves, minding his own business. He was out here killing each other, murdering each other, fornicating, stealing, lying, destroying, all the above.
What I will say is this, is what keep us connected to God, and when God, the reason why God will fight for us is when we keep his laws. So Esau understand that our weakness is us breaking God's laws. So he creates situation and he push sin and enhance sin amongst our people or crime in order for us to what? Stay in our sin and for our God not to fight for us. Remember in Judith, that's what the dude said. In the time of Moses, remember what Balaam said, the only way to get them is for them to sin. Then what they did? Send integration.
Yep.
You understand? Send a woman in integration and have them to turn against have our woman make them turn against a God. So that's how they get us. You understand? So Esau, we had the sin in us, but Esau creates situation and to keep us in the midst of that, like gangster music. You understand? We are the only people that sing about calling our women hoes and sing about drugs and glorifying violence and so forth. If you look on like right now, all the rappers and them got them podcasts now and talking about all the dumb, stupid crap they did in the past and so forth. You know what I mean? We are the only people glorify selling drugs and bricks and sing about that stuff. In a lot of these countries, China and a lot of countries, you know, they ban rap music.
Yeah.
Because they say rap music is a destructive music. Why they don't ban it in America? You all understand? Why they don't ban rap music in America? Okay, why? Because it keep Negroes with that evil nature. Sex, murder. You know, that's all they push in the rap music. Okay, I'm telling you all. Okay, so it's to keep our people in sin. So our people got it in us, but Esau enhances, as the deacon said.
Yep, he exploits.
This is war!
Give me 2 Maccabees 5, 6. No. No, matter of fact, let me cut through time. Get me John 8:31.
You're going to learn today.
John chapter 8 and verse 31.
Let's go.
Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
Come on.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yep, go on.
They answered him, we be Abraham's seed.
Watch this.
And were never in bondage to any man.
I'm never a slave. I'm free. I got a 6-figure job. I got a fancy car, a big house. Women want me. I'm a high-value man. I never been in no bondage. I'm free here. I don't play victim. I don't pull the I don't do whataboutism. I don't play victim. That's what these guys say. Victim, I play victim. Go ahead.
How sayest thou, ye shall be made free?
Go ahead.
Jesus answered them, verily, verily I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin.
Letting you know what? That when you break God's laws and you're in the midst of sin, you end up where? In bondage. Sin and bondage go hand in hand. Yeah. But the audience was filled with Pharisees in them also. They were arrogant and stupid and said, we ain't in bondage. But that was a front. That was a lie. They knew they were in bondage. 11 and verse 46. That was a front for the audience around them. For 11:46.
John chapter 11 verse 46. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Jesus had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
Come on.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
Go ahead.
And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Wait a minute. I thought they weren't bondage to no man. See they sing among themselves? See in the audience, among the people, I ain't no bondage to no man. But behind closed doors, if this guy keep teaching, man, the white man gonna take away our power. Letting you know what? They knew they were in bondage. They were wicked as hell. Read again.
Verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place
our position.
And nation.
Go ahead. Our position of authority and our nation. That's all I want. Now get me John 19:14. What's their thought process?
John chapter 19 and verse 14. And it was the preparation of the Passover, and about the 6th hour. And he saith unto the Jews, behold your king. But they cried out, away with him, away with him.
Kill him, go ahead.
Crucify him.
Kill him, go ahead.
Pilate saith unto them, shall I crucify your king?
Shall I crucify your king? Remember, they chose to let, you know how black folks go, free Tron, free Ricky. These are straight up killers. Free so-and-so. They freed Barabbas over Christ. I say, you know we're the Jews. We chose a criminal gangster over our king to go free. Read again.
But they cried out, away with him, away with him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, shall I crucify your king?
Shall I crucify your king? Go ahead.
The chief priest answered.
The who?
The chief priest answered.
And said what?
We have no king
but
Caesar.
The white man. Oh, praise white Jesus. We have no king but Kaiser. That's our king. The white man's our king. Yet they're in bondage to no man, but you got a king over you.
Boy, ain't no way.
Giving you orders and keeping you in authority.
Boy, ain't no way.
We have no king but Kaiser. Caesar. Same thing. Now, give me the images now. The images I want. I want the well-off images. I'm gonna give you an example of we have no king but Kaiser images real quick.
You're gonna learn today.
Jason Whitlock should be added to the bottom of that list. This is Officer Tatum, the man that stood on live that he would not cry if he lost his loved ones, but he did cry over Charlie Kirk. He cried over him though. I won't doubt my loved ones are killed, but Charlie Kirk, I'm gonna cry for him. See, he's married to. I don't know what that even is. Like Edomite. See where his loyalties lie. Next, oh, that's definitely Esau. Damn. Next, Anton Daniels. He's married to a black woman, but he's another well-off Negro. He's doing very well for himself. His podcast is in the millions. He makes millions of dollars off of content. He has properties, things of that nature. Brags about traveling from state to state, multiple cars. He defends Trump like Trump is his own father. He loves Trump with all his heart and soul. No matter what Trump says, no matter how dumb it is, he defends it. Huh?
He says he's not oppressed.
Yeah, he says he's not oppressed. Exactly. I'm not oppressed. I'm doing very well. This is not no king but Caesar. He always quote the Bible all the time, but he won't quote John 19:15. That's him. The next guy's here. These are mixed nuts. The Hodge twins, mixed nuts. These guys said that they also love Trump, and they started off doing content and eventually started realizing that the content wasn't working, so they switched over to attacking their own people for content. And then eventually they joined the military, and now they try to appease the white man that got cursed out. A white man's building his own community out there, and they asked if they can join. He said, no, you can live outside, though. The white man told them 2 house niggas that.
Damn it.
So they got the nigga wake-up call. The next group here is Fresh and Fit. Now, the guy on the left is an Arab. He's not our people. He is from the Sudan. He is an Arab from the Sudan that speaks ill of our people all the time. And he is a joke. And the guy next to him is Fresh. He's fit and he's fresh. Fresh is a Benjamite. Sorry, Deke. A Benjamite that is the biggest house nigga of all time. Without this guy Fit, he'd be nothing. He's like a clown. He's like a court jester. He's like a Swate Pete of Fit here.
To this day.
Swate Fit. Swate Fresh. That's this guy. This guy he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Yeah, Myron's the worst, but he calls monkeys and niggas that wear KKK stuff, and he sits there and laughs at it. This guy here, Fresh. Tommy Sotomayor is another one that speaks ill of us and proudly, and he'll make good points occasionally. He's another one. I also forgot, what's his name? Charleston White. I forgot him too. He's another one. Another content-creating Negro that uses controversy and speaks about his own people to get money and views and so forth. Flip-flops around. He's on our side, then not on our side, and on our side again, then not on our side, all over the place. Tommy Sotomayor is one. You got D.L. Hughley. He's a comedian, heavily rooted into politics. He hates Trump. He loves Democrats. He holds on to democracy as our salvation. When it's not, that goes into make a covenant with death and hell. That's him. Next, you have, who else you have? You have Candace Owens, sister. I love the sister. She's very bold and very smart, intelligent, but she is another one that is heavily consumed in white supremacy. She's married to Edom, has Edomite children. I think 4 of them now, or 4 and counting.
Built the same.
She has knowledge. She's leaning toward the edge, but she won't jump off the cliff. The truth is right there at the edge. It's right there at the bottom. She won't jump off because she has ties. And this next nigga right here, Marquette Devon, Saint and Sinner is another one, a content creator that wears very, very I'll be quiet. This guy is a content creator. He's very, this shirt open, tight collar neck, Diddy shirts. But this guy, we spoke with him before. Captain Goliath had the pleasure of talking with him. It went very well. Then he started attacking us afterwards from a distance. He's arguing back and forth with another camp, back and forth, whatever. So he's a content creator. He believes that he's his own. He's a king. We can be kings now. He's well off. He's into IT. So he's another one, King but Kaiser. Yeah, D.
Hey, let me tell you brothers something. Listen, we are ministers of Christ, right? Once we deal with these content creators, and you deal with them once and they disrespect you, we ain't dealing with you again.
Yep.
We ain't dealing with them again.
Yep.
You all understand that?
Yeah.
You know, you brothers is the sons of God.
Yeah.
You all understand? You all up there. You understand?
You're stepping down to them.
Yo, listen.
Let's go.
If we go on any of these podcasts or anything, is the benefit is to see if they got how to say subscribers,
they have exposure,
to get exposure so the word could go out.
Right.
Y'all understand? But you go up there and dudes be on some disrespectful stuff. We ain't dealing with you again, man. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't bowing to that level to deal with you again. You understand?
Yeah, that means he sunned you.
Yeah, because you might think that you doing us a favor. No, you are not.
We're doing you a favor.
None of you content creators, none of you all ain't doing us a favor.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? The reason why we are there is because you're trying to create content. Mm-hmm. And you think that we are relevant enough to speak to us there. So when we come there, and you disrespect, we ain't coming back on your channel, man. Straight up. And you brothers got to think like that. We don't bow to nobody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't bow to nobody. No Uncle Tom Negro. No, not Esau, not Moab. As the sons of God, brothers, don't bow and belittle and lower yourself for nobody, man. Yeah. You are ambassador of Christ. Imagine you are a representation of Christ, right? And you bowing to someone. Does ambassadors bow down to you making Christ look bad when you do that? Mm-hmm. So I hope all you brothers understand that you leaders.
Yep. And when these guys disrespect you, they stunning you. They sunning you. They disrespect you, and you go back on their show again, they sunned you. They pat you in the head. Good boy, good boy. That's what happened. Don't think that you would gain some kind of honor by going back on the show and argue with them a second time. They already disrespected you, and you go back on the show again, like an abused child getting smacked around, saying, "May I have some more?" That's how you look. Charleston White's another one. Charleston White's another one. Content creator. He flip-flop around. He admitted, though. He declared, I like a nigga to get views. That's what I do. When I was being intellectual, when I was an activist, you guys didn't listen. When I turned to a nigga, you gave me views. Charleston White. Next. This guy's crazy, bro. Confederate flag. He's just crazy, man. I don't. Next, who else we got? Last but not least, we got Avery White God Logic. This man loved the white man more than white man loves himself. Charlie Kirk passed away. He cried tears of sorrow. But Trey Reed got hung 5 days after, and I didn't see a video posted up yet about him. He got hung from a tree 5 days after this guy was killed. I didn't see any of your videos of tears falling then. Where were your tears to Trey Reed, sir? Nowhere to be found. Could you eisegete that? So this guy is a Trinitarian, Catholic, whatever the hell he is, that loves to defend Trinitarian doctrines. I'm pretty sure he had an amazing pagan Christmas and an amazing pagan New Year. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed both while understanding the divinity of Christ. Now, get me what I want. 2 Maccabees 5. Almost done. 2 Maccabees 5 and that one. 2 Maccabees 5, verse 6.
2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 6. But Jason slew his own citizens without mercy, not considering that to get the day of them of his own nation would be a most unhappy day for him. But thinking they had been his enemies and not his countrymen, whom he conquered.
So this is a coon. This is Jason. These guys listed so far. This is one of them. This is Jason. Jason, well, man, look at the same name. Jason Whitlock. Same name and everything. Jason Whitlock. Another guy that accused our bishop in their interview of being a racial idolater. Meanwhile, he's a financial idolater, like all the rest of them dudes. Jason Whitlock. Dude, love Master, boy. Love him with all his heart and soul. Jason in the Bible was hated his own countrymen, and Jason Whitlock also. What are the odds? Good timing. Good timing, I see. Y'all all right over there. No praises. No praises. Yeah, all right. You're my boy. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good job. No praises. All right. Give me chapter 10, verse 16. You got Jason. Who else we got?
Chapter 10 and verse 16. Then they that were with Maccabeus made supplication and besought God that he would be their helper. And so they ran with violence upon the strongholds of the Idumeans.
Upon Edom, go ahead.
And assaulting them strongly, they won the holds and kept off all that fought upon the wall, and slew all that fell into their hands, and killed no fewer than 20,000.
Damn, go ahead.
And because certain who were no less than 9,000 were fled together into two very strong castles.
So these Edomites that got away from that slaughter ran to these castles to hide themselves. Go ahead.
Having all manner of things convenient to sustain the siege.
And they had a bunch of food and supplies in the castles to keep them alive while we were trying to get in there. Go ahead.
Maccabeus left Simon and Joseph and Zacchaeus also, and them that were with him, who were enough to besiege them, and departed himself into those places which more needed his help.
So they left behind Joseph and Zacchaeus. Go ahead.
Now they that were with Simon, how you say that?
Being led with
covetousness, were persuaded for money through certain of those that were in the castle.
Go ahead. So you had certain about people who wanted money that met those in the castle, Idumeans. Go ahead.
And took 70,000 drachms. And
they took what?
And took 70,000 drachms and let some of them escape.
So they got paid off to let some of the Edomites escape. Go ahead.
But when it was told Maccabeus
heard that these guys got paid off, let Esau escape. Go ahead.
What was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money.
They did what?
Sold their brethren for money.
Financial idolaters. Go ahead.
And set their enemies free to fight against them.
And they paid us off. They came out and started fighting us. We didn't know they would come out and fight us. Go ahead.
So he slew those that were found traitors.
What'd he do?
Slew those that were found traitors.
Yeah, we killed traitors back then. Go ahead.
And immediately took the two castles.
And killed everybody in the castle. So traitors got put to death by Judas Iscariot. He killed himself. Did the world a favor doing that. Get 13:21. Same book.
I got it. Chapter 13, verse 21. But Rhodicus, who was in the Jews' host,
our people,
disclosed the secrets to the enemies.
Disclosed our secrets to the enemy. Go ahead.
Therefore, he was sought out, and when they had gotten him, they put him in prison.
We threw him in jail. We threw Rhodicus in prison. I'm going to sell us out and give information out there. Some of y'all in here right now doing that. FBI, CIA. You in here right now. Some of you in here are Rhodicus. Women and brothers. Some of you in here are Rhodicus right now as we speak. That's on you. 1 Maccabees 5:55.
1 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 50.
Look at me, Mark 3:6. Yeah, Mark 3:6. This is you. Mark 3:6.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 6. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him. But Jesus withdrew.
That's all I want.
Yes, sir.
The Pharisees and the Herodians. The Herodians were supporters of Rome. Black men that were supporters of Herod. That's the guys I showed you earlier. All those people I listed earlier up here earlier, those are Herodians. Candace, Jason Whitlock, Charleston White, Marquette Devine. These are Herodians, supporters of America, supporters of Rome, making money, Anton Daniels. These are Herodians. Officer Tatum, these are Herodians. Get 12 and 13, same book.
Mark chapter 12 and verse 13.
Let's go.
And they send unto him certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians to catch him in his words.
To do what?
To catch him in his words.
That's these guys do. Have us on their shows to try to catch us in our words, make us look stupid. That's what they do. These are Herodians. Have us on their podcast and come on there and make a fool out of us, make us look stupid and catch us in our words, to make content to embarrass us. Herodians. Now, flip side. 1 Maccabees 5:55.
1 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 55. Now, what time as Judas and Jonathan were in the land of Galilee, and Simon his brother in Galilee before Ptolemais, Joseph the son of Zacharias and Azarias, captains of the garrison, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done. Wherefore, they said...
Almost done, y'all. Let's start wrapping it up. Go ahead.
Wherefore, they said, let us also get us a name, and go fight against the heathen that are round about us.
So these guys don't make a name for themselves, like Judas and them. Go ahead.
So when they had given charge unto the garrison that was with them, they went toward Jamnia. Then came Gorgias and his men out of the city to fight against them. And so it was that Joseph and Azarias were put to flight and pursued unto the borders of Judea.
Come on.
And there were slain that day of the people of Israel about 2,000 men. Thus was there a great overthrow among the children of Israel, because they were not obedient unto Judas and his brethren, but thought to do some valiant act.
So these guys that they're left in charge to watch over the people, try to be brave, make a name for themselves, and got people killed in the process. Read on.
Moreover, these men came not of the seed of those by whose hand deliverance was given unto Israel.
Read that again.
Moreover, these men came not of the seed of those by whose hand deliverance was given unto Israel.
There's a certain seed the Lord will raise up that is set to bring forth deliverance to the people. Everybody ain't that seed. Some of y'all is just meant to just watch the doors. You got a lot of Israel, right now, Israelites who are not meant, they're not that seed. They're Israel, but they're not that particular group the Lord's using to bring understanding to the people.
Come on.
Read it again, one more time.
Verse 62. Moreover, these men came not of the seed of those by whose hand deliverance was given unto Israel.
The Most High had a special seed set up to be the help of God for that time period. Read on.
Verse 63.
Like in Christ's time, that's the disciples' time. In Greece was the Maccabees. In Persia was Zerubbabel, Mordecai, Esther, Joshua. Babylon's time was Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah. There's special seed set up throughout each captivity, even now, used to bring forth understanding and deliverance to our people. Go ahead.
Verse
The others aren't set out for, aren't meant for. Go ahead.
Verse 63.
Because the lives of people trying to do some valiant act. Pretenders. Not real leaders at all. Go ahead.
Verse 63. Howbeit, the man Judas and his brethren were greatly renowned in the sight of all Israel.
Come on.
And of all the heathen wheresoever their name was heard of.
Well known. Their names are known. Even among the heathen they were known. Jump to verse 67.
Verse 67. At that time, certain priests, desirous to show their valor, were slain in battle.
Why?
For that they went out to fight unadvisedly.
You gotta follow counsel. You gotta do as you're told. Follow counsel. Get yourself hurt. You're not cut out for that battle. Now, get me Baruch 4 and 3. Baruch 4 and 3.
Chapter 4 and verse 3.
Come on.
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Read it again.
Give not thine honor to another.
The Bible says, give not your honor unto another. What's our honor? Our laws, our statutes, our commandments, the knowledge of what we have here. This truth. Go ahead, read again.
Give not thine honor to another.
Come on.
Nor the things that are profitable unto thee.
To what?
To a strange nation.
Our problem with the problem we had always during captivity or exile was sharing our knowledge with the nations. Teaching them our laws and our commandments while in exile, not ruling, but in exile. Trying to show them the Bible. What happened? The Arabs came against, they taught the Arabs the Bible. What they do? Conquer us and establish Islam. We taught the white man Judaism. What do he do? Conquer us and become what? A Jew. Native Americans white man came over here. Taught them how to what? How to farm, nurse the crops. Taught them how to survive the land. What they do? Conquer us to call them what? Illegal aliens. Stop teaching the nations when you're in slavery. It's not their time. Now it's our time. So come together. Then when our king returns, puts us in authority and rulership, then we teach the nations. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Read the bottom part of verse 3 again. Give not what?
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Do not give the laws of God in slavery to a strange nation.
Yeah.
If history tells you that don't work, it never works out. 2 Maccabees 8 and 12. Some of y'all fall into this.
2 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 12. Now when word was brought unto Judas of Nicanor's coming, and he had imparted unto those that were with him that the army was at hand, they that were fearful and distrusted the justice of God.
Whoa. Read again.
They that were fearful.
They that were what?
Fearful.
They that were fearful. Go ahead.
And distrusted the justice of God.
And they did not trust in the justice of God. What did they do?
Fled. And conveyed themselves away.
They ran away. Those that are scared and fearful, they don't believe in God at all. They distrust in what is the justice of God? The justice of God is recompensing vengeance to our enemies and taking us out of slavery and putting us in rulership and them in captivity. That's God's justice. When you flee from that, you don't believe in God. That's this read verse again.
Verse 13. They that were fearful.
That were what?
They that were fearful.
That were fearful. Come on.
And distrusted the justice of God, fled and conveyed themselves away.
Jump to verse 18.
Verse 18. For they said he, trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty God.
Read it again.
For they, said he, trust in their weapons and boldness.
Judas said these nations trust in their weapons and in their boldness. Go ahead, but what?
But our confidence.
Our confidence is where?
Is in the Almighty God.
Go ahead.
Who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world.
If God wanted to, he can cast down the whole world for us. If he wanted to. Jump to verse 36.
Verse 36. Thus, he that took upon him to make good to the Romans their tribute by means of the captives in Jerusalem, told abroad that the Jews had God to fight for them, and therefore they could not be hurt.
Come on.
Because they followed the laws that he gave them.
So all praise to the Most High for that. I'm going to hand it right there. Praise to the Most High. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. That's right.
Yes, Israel, you all already know, man.
Come on.
Yo, so we gonna break bread. Hey, listen. So today was the beginning of Esau Pagan New Year. Yo, this was a marathon class. You know what I mean? Marathon, so there's a lot of stuff Deacon went into. Those of y'all that some things you probably ain't get, just it's on YouTube, so you could just go up there and look at it again, Hey, also, tomorrow, those of y'all that's out of state, if you all ain't working, man, and so forth, you all go to the school, man. You know what I mean? If you all ain't working, you all open the school and you all go to the school. You understand?
Some of y'all may be at work right now because some of y'all may have had to work the eve but got the day.
Yeah.
So if you have to work today and you're watching class some work, you can always go to the school tomorrow when you're off.
Yeah.
New Year's Day. Because some of y'all got the eve off, some got the day off, so, pick and choose,
Yeah, so tomorrow, those you schools that could open, you leaders you school that could open, you all open the school. We're gonna do another lesson from we're gonna do another lesson from 4 probably to 9. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna keep, probably from 4 to 9. So you all you all show up at the school tomorrow. You all so those are y'all that can. Yeah. So we're gonna burn some fire. Oh. Lord's willing. Those of you all can. I always gotta say Lord's willing. Laba just had to correct me there. Because you never know what could happen. You understand? You don't know what could happen tonight. You don't know what could happen tomorrow. But if it's the Lord's will, let's meet up again tomorrow, man. For those of you all that ain't gotta work. Because the more we come together, that scripture that says the closer the time come, the more we gotta come together. You know that scripture? Hebrews what? 10 and 25. Get that and read that for me. I know it was ours. You know what I mean? But I know it was ours. you know what I mean? But hey, it's good. It's good for the spirit. Trust me. Spiritually, when you learning the scriptures and into the scriptures, I know it helps, man. I know some of you all never sit down for no 12 hours and read. Some of you all is the first time, you know what I mean? It's been hours I've been reading and taking notes. Yes. It's good for your spirit.
It's 9 hours. 9 hours.
It's 9?
9. I started at 3. It's 1. 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 hours.
10 hours. Yeah, I beat everybody. I beat Bishop Yawasop. Yeah. Don't praise that. I'm going to get cursed out tomorrow.
Yeah, so get that.
Yes, sir. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
As the manner of some is. It says, not forsaking the assembly of yourself together, meaning gathering together. That's why every opportunity we get, we come together. You know what I mean? Keep on reading. But as the matter of such is, because some people, what did first again say? They forsake the assembling of themselves together. Okay, but keep on reading.
But exhorting one another.
So these lessons and classes that we do is to exhort you, for you to see, listen, man, these scriptures is real. You know what I mean? This world coming to an end, Keep on reading.
And so much the more.
And so much the more we got to come together, read on.
As ye see the day approaching.
The day is approaching. Christ is about to return. You see all the war and all the plagues and all the things happening on the earth. It says even more as you see the day approaching. Gather together even more. You all feel what I'm saying? So tomorrow you all come together, Lord's will. Yeah. Keep on reading.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, redeeming the time.
Redeeming the time. Brothers and sisters, we must redeem the time. Redeem, meaning understanding the time we're living in. You know what I mean? Understand the time we're living in. Read on.
Redeeming the time, Because the days are evil.
Because the days we're living in is evil days. You know what I mean? That's why even when I say, yo, let's open the school tomorrow, is Lord's will. You understand? Because anything could happen. Anything. You know, we got to train ourselves to always say that when we, Lord's will, I meet you here. Lord's will, I do this. Lord's will, because we never know. Sometimes the Lord going to call. Sometimes, you know, some people leave the house and they don't know, listen, the Lord, they going back to the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so anything we do always, if it's the Lord's will. Because sometimes it's not the Lord's will. You know, so we always got to train ourselves to, you know what I mean, to say that. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Lord's will, you done know, but let me break bread.
Yeah.
Everybody got bread and water? Raise your hand if you don't have bread. Brothers, we good? Gucci? Okay. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 23. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you. That the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus the Christ, we say, Amen. Come on. Come on.
Yo, that bread is high.
Come on.
All right?
Come on.
Like it's all right. It's all right. the bread judger, Laba, it's all right.
I'm not listening to Laba. I'm not going to let him put me into his evil. It was good. It's all right.
Come on, brothers. Let's rise. Rise up. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Man, that was a marathon. Come on. Yeah. The Doctrine Slayer. All praise to the Most High. There we go. Men of Israel, are you ready? Are you ready? We are. We are. Who's the king? Who's the king? What color is he? What color is he? Who are you? Who are you? 12 tribe. 12 tribe. Unity. 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 Never give up. Never give up. And now finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word. His word. His word. His word.